Okay guys, we're going to continue on with our restoration series. We're going to finish up on the paint with the front and back fenders. Not quite as bad as the tank, but still very hazy, very dull, light scratches from front to back, and a couple deep spots right up in the front here we're going to take care of. So the two little trouble areas near the tip of the fender here we're going to take care of with color sanding, and we're going to use the 1000 grit first, and it's not going to take a lot to work these out. We'll remove the residue, and we're going to jump to the 3000, make the area a little bit bigger. We're going to start blending it into the panel itself. So light pressure, and we're going to go the opposite way that we sanded with 1000 grit, and we'll just keep working that until all the marks from the 1000 grit are gone, and we'll make the area bigger. We're going to blend it into the rest of the fender here, and we're going to jump to polishing. We use Resurrection here from Angel Wax, and we're not going to use the microfiber cutting pad. We'll just jump to a foam pad, and we don't have a lot of clear on this fender to begin with, so we're going to be extra careful. We definitely want to be careful around the pinstripe and the change of color, and around the rivets that hold the edge of the fender together. The little Grease Garage 3-inch polisher and 3-inch pads work perfectly on this curved fender. Again, extreme caution used over here. This is where the raised area is from the change of color and the rivet heads. We're going to buff off and jump to the ultra-fine polishing cream. And by the way, you can obviously switch to a dedicated polishing pad, but I like to stay with the kind of all-purpose stiffer orange pad, even when I get down to finishing. And between each step, as you've seen me do before, you can either switch pads, you could use a dedicated pad cleaner, or in this case today I used compress air, and make sure that pad is clean before every pass. That would be an especially important tip when you're getting down to this step here, the final finishing step. Let's buff it off and bring you in for a close look. That's how we want that section. So next we're going to turn our attention to the back part of the fender. We're going to have to flip the handlebars to the left and the right to handle that. No need for wet sanding back here. There's just a little bit of oxidation, some hazing, and a lot of swirls. Flip the handlebars and we can easily get to the other side and finish off this fender. Buff it clean with the Eagle Edgeless microfiber, and we're all set. We're going to jump back to the rear fender. We're going to have to approach the back fender differently. As I stated, the customer did not want anything removed, so we have to navigate this tight little area, which is no problem. We have the extensions and the different backing plates and pads for the rotary. So first we're going to use here the 3-inch backing plate pads and the 2-piece extension, and it easily gets in this area. Speed is set to 1800. And pressure is light to moderate. Back here we don't have a lot of clear as well. But we definitely don't want to go ripping around high speed with the seat there, the saddle bags, the license plate, the trim. No deep scratches or anything on the rear fender to correct with wet sanding. So we're just going to do a little compounding and polishing. And when we get to the side of the fender, it is a perfect time to break out the full 4-piece extension cover, 1-inch backing plate, and 1-inch compounding pad. Had plenty of room to get in here with the reg, holding it whichever position I wanted to. We have plenty of room behind the saddlebags, but we still want to protect them. Put something over, microfiber towels or blankets or whatever. I'm going to jump to the other side here, do this exactly the same way. And then there's just a short piece of the rear fender to take care of below the plate. A lot of fine scratches around the seat bolt that we couldn't get with the 3-inch, so we just swap out to the 1-inch and it's no problem. If you have not yet seen the video on the rotary accessories, the extensions, the backing plates and pads, I'm going to put a link down below and a link on the screen right here. And finally, for this little area left back here on the fender, we're going to break out the Griot's Garage 3-inch polisher and finish it off. Buff it off, we'll bring you in, and that's going to take care of the restoration of the bike paint. And the very last video we have in this series is going to take care of the sidecar, which is 10 years older. Again, original paint. However, the top part of it that faces the sun has extreme damage, but I believe we're going to be able to restore it fully. Completely finished with the correction. I'm going to save protection for very last before it rolls out, and that's going to be QP on 3.0 high-end ceramic coating. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Sidecar coming up next.